Elvis at 4 a.m. playing racquetball, exhausted but manic in his final hours of life. Prompt. Imagine prompt. A candid, heavy-grain black and white photograph from August 1977. Elvis Presley in the Graceland racquetball court at 4 a.m., disheveled and sweating, holding a racket. His face is swollen and exhausted but forcing a smile. Dark circles under his eyes, prescription medication bottles visible on a bench in the background. The lighting is harsh overhead, fluorescent. Grainy 35mm film texture, photorealistic paparazzi style, raw and unfiltered, R16:9 style raw, Vive 6.0 context. Ginger Alden finding Elvis's body on the bathroom floor, the most tragic moment. Prompt. Imagine prompt. A candid, heavy-grain black and white photograph from August 16, 1977. Ginger Alden standing in the doorway of Elvis Presley's bathroom at Graceland, her hand covering her mouth in absolute horror. Her face shows pure shock and devastation. The bathroom visible behind her with its red carpet, medicine bottles scattered everywhere on the counter. Harsh natural light from a window, grainy film quality, photorealistic leaked crime scene photography style, R16:9 style raw, a V6.0 context. Joe Esposito performing CPR, refusing to accept his friend is gone. Prompt. Imagine prompt. A candid, heavy-grain black and white photograph from August 16, 1977. Joe Esposito kneeling on the floor performing CPR on Elvis Presley in the Graceland bathroom. Joe's face is contorted with desperate determination and tears streaming down his cheeks. His hands pressed on Elvis's chest. Other members of the Memphis Mafia visible in the doorway looking devastated. Chaotic emergency scene. Grainy 35mm film, photorealistic raw documentary style, R16:9 style raw, V6.0 context. Elvis alone in his bathroom, surrounded by thousands of pill bottles, his nightly ritual. Prompt. Imagine prompt. A candid, heavy-grain, black and white photograph from 1977. Elvis Presley sitting alone in his Graceland bathroom at night, surrounded by dozens of prescription pill bottles covering every surface. He's holding a spiritual book in one hand and a pill bottle in the other, his expression distant and haunted. His face is swollen, eyes glazed. Single lamp lighting creates deep shadows. Grainy film texture, photorealistic, leaked private photograph style, R16:9 style raw, V6.0 context. The sealed autopsy being performed, the truth being documented and then hidden. Prompt. Imagine prompt. A candid, heavy-grain black and white photograph from August 16, 1977. Dr. Jerry Francisco and medical examiners in the autopsy room at Baptist Memorial Hospital. The doctors look grave and concerned, examining documents and toxicology reports. Surgical lights overhead, medical instruments visible. One doctor is shaking his head in disbelief. Clinical sterile environment. Grainy medical archive photography style. Photorealistic R16:9 style raw, V6.0 context. Dr. George Nichopoulos writing another prescription, The Enabler's Guilt visible. Prompt. Imagine prompt. A candid, heavy-grain black and white photograph from 1977. Dr. George Nichopoulos sitting at his desk writing a prescription, his face showing internal conflict and stress. Hundreds of prescription bottles and papers scattered across the desk. He's not looking at the camera, caught in a private moment of doubt. Office lighting, cigarette smoke in the air, grainy 35mm film, photorealistic leaked documentary style, R16:9 style raw, V6.0 context. Elvis performing in his final months, visibly deteriorating but still pushed to perform. Prompt. Imagine prompt. A candid, heavy-grain black and white photograph from early 1977. Elvis Presley on stage in his jumpsuit, visibly overweight and struggling. His face is swollen and sweating profusely, forgetting lyrics, gripping the microphone stand for support. The audience visible in foreground, watching with concern. Stage lights creating harsh shadows, grainy concert photography, photorealistic behind-the-scenes leak style, R16:9 style raw, V6.0 context. Elvis isolated in the dark Graceland mansion, a ghost in his own home. Prompt. Imagine prompt. A candid, heavy-grain black and white photograph from 1977. Elvis Presley sitting alone in the dark Graceland living room, curtains drawn completely closed. He's slumped in a chair surrounded by shadows, a single lamp barely illuminating his swollen face. His expression is empty and lost. Medicine bottles on the table beside him. Claustrophobic atmosphere, grainy film texture, photorealistic private photograph style, R16:9, style raw, V6.0 context. Dr. Francisco announcing the false cause of death, the lie being officially told. Prompt. Imagine prompt. A candid, heavy-grain black and white photograph from August 17, 1977. Dr. Jerry Francisco at a press conference podium surrounded by microphones and cameras. His expression is carefully controlled but tense, reading from prepared notes. Reporters' hands raised with questions in the foreground. Hospital setting, harsh flash photography, grainy news archive style, photorealistic documentary journalism, R16:9, style raw, V6.0 context. Elvis being carried down the famous Graceland staircase on a stretcher for the last time. Prompt. Imagine prompt. A candid, heavy-grain, black and white photograph from August 16, 1977. Paramedics carrying Elvis Presley's covered body on a stretcher down the iconic Graceland staircase, the famous stained glass peacock windows visible in background. Memphis Mafia members watching from the sides, faces devastated. Chaotic emergency scene, harsh natural lighting through windows, grainy 35mm film, photorealistically private photograph style, R16:9 style raw, V6.0. These 10 scenes capture the complete tragedy arc. The manic final hours, Scene 1, the discovery, Scene 2, the desperate attempt to save him, Scene 3, the pharmaceutical prison that killed him, Scene 4, the medical truth being documented, Scene 5, the enabler's guilt, Scene 6, the public deterioration, Scene 7, the private isolation, Scene 8, the official lie, Scene 9, and the final departure, Scene 10. Each uses Elvis's real name and creates visceral, emotional imagery that will make viewers feel the weight of this tragedy.